we're multi-streaming right now to multiple platforms at the same time: DLive, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, you name it. What are the benefits of multi-streaming? Why should you do it in 2020? Well, we actually have the results because Andrew Perrin has been restreaming, multi-streaming every single day and testing out various games, testing out various platforms. And we're going to show you the numbers and the facts in terms of where he's been getting traction and where he has not been getting traction. Andrew Perrin, I mean, this is like the most critical time ever to be restreaming on the internet, given that Mixer just shut down 36% of live streamers. 4 million live streamers are now homeless. So please tell us, where the hell should they go? And using a restreaming strategy, how can you best determine what is the best platform for you?
Yeah, so I didn't know that was going to happen, but I've been on Mixer and I've been trying it as one of my platforms since the beginning of May. So I'm at the end of a 2-month testing period here. And, I'm hit by Mixer, but not really, because I'm streaming everywhere else too. So I tested Restream.io specifically with Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, and Mixer. And I did that for 2 months. And I want to go over the numbers with you guys so you can see. And I made some really important discoveries in terms of why it was a good choice for me to be multi-streaming and why it was beneficial for me to have this set up. So I'm going to start, we'll just go like avenue by avenue. And I want to start with Twitch first. And Twitch, I have a history on Twitch. So I previously live streamed years and years ago and was somewhat successful at it. I got partnership status. But because I was inactive so long, I'm basically starting from scratch, but I'm still a partner technically. So I've got like no concurrents. And these are my numbers. They're not great. Twitch was okay in my test. I averaged 2 concurrent viewers. I would get the highest maximum viewers on Twitch now and then. But ultimately, I only got like 24 follows. I do have 4 subscriptions, which is nice for starting out and, not getting much. Starting basically from scratch again, having 4 subscriptions already is something to start with.
Well, you used to get hundreds of concurrents back in the day, but obviously that audience didn't carry over. You got up to 1,000 at one point too, yeah. So having this low of a number is, obviously you're literally starting from scratch, but that's perfect for this experiment of literally starting from scratch with the restreaming strategy, because that's what these 4 million Mixer streamers are going to be doing, is starting from scratch again.
Yes. So with Twitch, I do have my most regular concurrent. As you can kind of see, there's always at least one person there watching me, which is nice. So it's better than 0, right? And if you're looking at this from a straight up starting standpoint, this is what you want. You want to basically not be starting at 0. You don't want to be streaming every day to 0 over and over and over again. And what I'll get to here is how in my test with Restream.io, that was never an issue for me. It was never an issue to stream to 0 people because I had so many destinations and chances to get more concurrent viewers. So Twitch, it was okay. I get a lot of chat activity from Twitch, mostly because a few people I have in there are reliably talking to me or playing with me in the game. Again, this is all tested on Star Citizen. So let's jump over from Twitch. I don't know what you have next there. It's probably Mixer or... yes, this is Mixer. So I threw Mixer.
Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace. All these numbers going to be dead here soon.
Rip Mixer. So Mixer wasn't great, obviously. We've talked about Mixer quite a bit. I didn't have much expectation there. But it was kind of interesting. Every once in a while, you would see me spike to 3 to 4 concurrents, which I thought was surprising. I didn't really expect anything from Mixer. And I did pick up 1 to 2 true fans, I would say, from Mixer, who now have converted over to Twitch now that Mixer is dying. So I have picked up regular fans and regular viewers from Mixer. And what was kind of nice was in days that I would stream and that I wouldn't get any traction on Twitch, for whatever reason, Mixer, someone would be there talking to me the whole time. So Mixer would help kind of fill in the gaps here and there whenever I didn't have anybody watching, but I needed some chat engagement because if you guys are streamers, having chat engagement really helps you talk a lot more and be engaging on stream. So Mixer did help with that. this is actually incorrect. I don't know why it won't load, but I've gotten a lot more sparks. I've actually have over 500,000 sparks from people donating on there. I don't know why it's not measured on the platform. Maybe they just zeroed it out because it's a dead platform now. But I had a lot of Spark support on there. Other than that, like Mixer, I didn't have much to expect there. There actually was like a 2 to 3 week gap where Mixer changed their API and it did not work with Restream IO too. So the data just wasn't there, but you won't see that in that chart specifically. There was just a period of time where I didn't even stream the Mixer because it didn't work with Restream IO because of something Mixer did to their API.
Yo, those sparks, man, you're going to convert those into some Xbox gift cards, bruh?
Can I do that? I don't even know.
You can do some Zuckbucks now.
You can do some Zuckbucks. Yeah, you can get some, instead of sparks, it's Zuckbucks. Anyway, enough jokes about Mixer dying. We're sorry, everybody on Mixer. But overall, Mixer's gone. But it was interesting to see, at least you get some traction on Mixer from scratch. We were saying a lot, there's no traction to be had. Well, it's next to nothing, but you got a little something. So at least there was some organic traction to be had there. Well, what's the next platform you want to look into?
So let's say Periscope. I don't have a chart for it. Let's say Periscope. I don't have charts for it. Periscope was like nothing. It didn't really do anything. Any chatters that I had on Periscope, they would regularly come over to an actual streaming platform and watch me there. So there's not really much to say on that one. It's okay to restream too, but having a Periscope live streaming, I don't think anybody's having a Periscope live streaming strategy in 2020.
Well, we did. I mean, we we live streamed on Periscope every day for like a month.
It's cool, and that just goes to prove it. But other than that, nobody else is doing it.
Well, that's not true. Ross is on the podcast, and Ross has a very successful Twitter account, and I think your more recent episodes of your podcast got like 9,000 views on Periscope. So tell us a little bit about your experience on Periscope. Are those engaged viewers? Are they empty numbers? What's your impression of Periscope if you have a big, fat, engaged Twitter account?
They're probably empty numbers, just to keep it real. No, I think the average watch time was somewhere between like 8 and 10 minutes, which isn't terrible. But I mean, listen, you know what you're getting with Periscope, which is essentially nothing. I mean, it feels like they only brought in Periscope Twitter only brought in Periscope a few years ago, just so they could say, hey, we got some form of live streaming. But as far as like streaming games and stuff, I mean, we've all done this on Periscope and stuff like that. There's not much to work with. And I think a lot of it is just because Twitter is not necessarily the kind of platform that people want to stick around and watch videos on. Twitter is, you're moving fast to the timeline you're moving. You're trying to, consume as much information and content as quickly as possible. Nobody really has time to sit there and stop in the middle of a timeline and say, oh, well, look what this person's streaming a podcast or this person's streaming a game. I'm going to stop what I'm doing and watch that. It just doesn't really happen on Periscope.
8 to 10 minutes is not that bad, though. That's way better than I thought it would be for Twitter. I got to say, in my experience on Periscope, it is good to add it to a restreaming strategy, namely because you're going to have followers that happen to be browsing Twitter, but they don't have YouTube app open. They don't have Twitch open. They were maybe, on the go. And they'll just see your live stream. They'll pop in, maybe throw you a couple hearts, maybe make one comment and then leave. But I think it's good to have that as a part of your restream strategy because you're constantly in the feeds of all of your followers across all platforms. And I've noticed that. And as soon as some people will see me streaming on Periscope in the past, they'll hit me in some DMs and ask me to partner up on something or get a conversation started. And so that is an advantage, I think. It keeps your brand name fresh in the minds of your followers that are following you across multiple platforms. Other than that, not that valuable. So, Perrin, let's move on to the next platform that you actually have some numbers for. Tab number 3 here is YouTube. Okay, let's pull it up and walk us through these numbers, Amico.
So not completely, and mostly dead channel. I haven't really been active on it for 5 years. It has like 2,000 subs, so it's basically nothing. And I did almost entirely YouTube live streams. And I started with Skyrim, a Let's Play series, and then I changed it up partway through to doing more selective SEO topics with Star Citizen. And This did not go great, and I still am trying to figure out what can work here. I do think the Let's Play series was working better because when I would try to do an SEO topic from a live stream, I would do 2-hour live streams. People who were searching up SEO stuff, they don't want to come to a 2-hour live stream to like get what they were searching for. They want something that's like compact and bite-sized on YouTube.
Right.
So I would get engagement and I would get views, but a lot of the comments weren't super positive necessarily because they had to sit through like a huge live stream potentially to find the stuff, unless I made sure I did it right away in the video, which I tried that too. I had one breakout video that overperformed versus all of my other ones because I hit a good topic. So it's like 1,000 views now, where my average is like 62 views on that channel. So obviously everything's really, really low. So my goal now is to go back and try some Skyrim Let's Play series on there because it was actually doing better than average versus all my other content. It's a challenge though with YouTube. It's a challenge. I think you're pigeonholed into very specific things you can do. You can't just like play a game and stream it and throw it on YouTube live. No one's going to care. There has to be a point to a series or a point to the video specific, like a specific topic that you're covering. If it's just you playing a game and you're not doing anything specific, I would actually not stream to YouTube, and I stopped streaming to YouTube if I was just going to be doing like in Star Citizen. If I was doing the same thing that I was doing yesterday in Star Citizen, I won't stream it to YouTube because there would be no point.
Well, unless your channel is all live streaming, and then at that point, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Like you're not doing any damage, right? So if you have a channel that you're planning to use for video releases, then of course, doing a ton of repetitive live streams on that channel would be maybe not that valuable. But if your channel on YouTube is only for the specific purpose of live streaming, then you should live stream every single day on YouTube, right? Like you shouldn't. Why would you not? There's no reason to not stream.
So I guess that one I would need to test more because I was under the impression that would not work. And from whenever I was doing that over and over and over again, I was watching the views per video just go down, go down, go down. So it was reinforcing in my mind to like stop streaming every day. You're going down and you're like killing the algorithm, it seemed like. So I'm still experimenting there. I would like to just restream to it every single day when I do my streams normally and see results. So I'll have to see if I have a way of doing that. And I think it all comes down to what I title it and what the thumbnail is, as it usually is on YouTube. And those have to be pre-planned in advance. So that one was probably the most challenging one for me from a live stream standpoint, from Restream.io. Is not only you have to pre-plan it more in advance, you have to do the most work. You have to come with the title and the thumbnail and the tags. You have to put that all in advance. Whereas all the other platforms, you just come up with a title and you just go live. And so YouTube requires the most thought, and I think it's the most challenging one to do with a restream strategy.
Yeah. Given that we're halfway through here, I agree with YouTube. We just need to tell our audience we are sponsored by Restream. That's why we're talking about it right now, but we were using Restream before they gave us money. And if you want to buy a paid version of Restream, you can check out the links in our social profiles. It's a proprietary link. If you click that, we get credit if you download and use Restream, and also you get $10 off Restream. So Restream allows you to stream to all of these platforms at the same time. That's how Perrin is able to show you all of these numbers. He didn't manually stream to each of these platforms. That would be silly pants. So what is the next platform that you'd like to cover?
Facebook.
Facebook. Ooh, the golden child, the one that will save us all. Facebook. Show me the numbers.
So Facebook, I sent 2 charts, but this is the first one. So Facebook was obviously the one, and we were talking positively about it for a while, but it was obviously the breakout platform. It's obviously the one where I'm getting a lot of traction, and you can just see from the numbers compared to all the other ones, the numbers are like, okay, They're like the only other numbers on the other platforms are pretty meh. This platform though is exciting, and it's funny because when I stream, it doesn't seem that exciting because I don't have that many concurrents. I mostly sit between 1 to 2 concurrents like I do on the other platforms. But if you look, half of my viewership comes from the video version and not just the live version on this chart. And that's what I found interesting, was that a lot of the viewership came not from my stream, but from people watching the video of the stream on my page. And streaming live to my Facebook page has been good at jumpstarting the page's growth and its reach. Facebook, I have also made in 2 months, I've already made $154 in star donations as well. And I have like 1 to 2 concurrents, which is
way more than the other platforms. That's really interesting. Hold on a second. $154 off of 1 to 2 concurrents. I mean, that's one of the criticisms I've seen out there of Facebook gaming is that you can't make any money. Who's going to give any money on Facebook? But you've had the opposite experience. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's possibly like a fluke because those 1 to 2 concurrents have probably only yielded me 50. I had a random person come into my stream and say, "Keep streaming Star Citizen," throw down $100 worth of stars to me, and then just leave. And like he never came back. So it was like a random, generous Star Citizen ninja experience. I don't know if I keep getting stuff like that. But anyway, the support, I get stars every single day. Every time I stream, every single day I get stars. And it's definitely the best early on moneymaker out of all the other platforms. None of them even come close. Even if I took off that $100, it's still nothing is coming close to it. So the fact that it's only 1 to 2 concurrents, that was one of the breakout things. The other breakout metric is my returning viewers are going up and kind of like a nice chart curve, and which is the second chart I sent. I've also tweeted this chart out and I've shown it on previous streams, on previous podcasts, on how my advertising strategy is working, where I'm advertising through plays on my the video versions of my live streams once they're done. And I'm getting more and more return viewers every week. And this is Facebook's main metric to eventually say, okay, this page is eligible for fan subscriptions. Once you hit 240 weekly return viewers, last week I was at 48, and that's only that's only 5 weeks in, I think, according to my metrics. So I'm not even that far into my streaming journey, and like I'm already like at least like 25% or not more there. So Facebook is the one that's the most exciting, the most potential, and it's the easiest one to do because I can supplement it with an advertising strategy and it's making it work. And that way I'm not having to grind so much. I can actually use my skill set as a marketer, and I've been doing Facebook advertising for over 10 years. I can use these skills to help get ahead, which is what I was hoping the platform would allow me to do. And it looks like my latest test, it looks like you can still do that. So Facebook gaming has been really good. I always regularly have chatters there. And yeah, I mean, having a restream strategy with it makes sense. The most difficult thing about it is you have to click go live on restream, and then you have to click go live on Facebook. So there's like a bit of a technical delay there. And whenever you go live on Facebook, you immediately have to be as engaging as possible, because in Facebook, most people who see it are not going to watch for like more than 3 to 15 seconds. So you've got to grab their attention right away in an attempt to hold them there. Another frustrating thing is you'll see tons of viewers come in and leave right away. Like your concurrent will go up to like 5, 20, 0. 5, 4, 3, 20, 0. So I recommend not watching your concurrent viewership number at all for Facebook. Just make sure you have a game tagged and just stream, keep the chat up, and just go. And then don't worry about your concurrent viewership at all.
Ross, you think? Yeah, go ahead, Ross. I was going to ask you, Ross, are you planning on taking VGF over to Facebook?
Yeah, I'm taking VGF everywhere. But the question that I had for Perrin is, do you think that you just said that people are, coming in and leaving in concurrents and stuff like that? Because I've recognized this on Periscope as well. Do you think it just has to do with the platform itself it's known to be in a social media platform? People are trying to get through information quickly.
Yeah,
as opposed to like a streaming site. Yeah,
it's definitely the nature of Facebook, and Facebook's nature is the users have been conditioned over a long period of time to consume headlines and move on. So I notice this happen more when I have a particularly good headline that's like clickbaity. I'll see lots of people come in and then lots of people will leave. But every once in a while, one person stays and they start talking to me. And once they start talking to me, then I have a chance to convert them into a concurrent viewer for a longer term.
Right.
That's a whole goal. That's the whole goal behind this entire strategy, is to get your content out there in front of as many eyeballs as possible. And yeah, people are going to come in and they're going to be like, no, and they're going to leave. And that's going to happen to anybody. But there are going to be people who come in and they're going to inquire more, and you're going to engage with them, and you're going to systematically then be able to convert them into a regular viewer. And you have more of a chance of doing that if you're putting your content in front of more places and more people than if you were to just pigeonhole yourself into Twitch or just Facebook gaming or just one platform. And that strategy works. I would say it's hard to imagine people who have grinded on Twitch for years and are still sitting at 0 to 1 concurrent viewer whenever I've done this for 2 months, and my average is 2 to 3, and I always have somebody talking to me. I never have that experience where I'm sitting on stream and I have no chatters for the entire 2 hours. There's always somebody there from some platform to talk to me and to like ask about the game or to even join in the game with me. There's always somebody there. And that reason alone, I think, makes the strategy worthwhile, because then your content on Twitch is better because you're engaging with somebody and you're engaging with chatters. And once you have that effect, it puts you a step above other streamers, because once other viewers see that you're engaging with a chat, that validates them being there. It says, oh, somebody else is willing to sit here and chat with this person and watch. It must be a decent enough stream for me to do that too. Whereas if you go to a stream and there's nobody chatting, it's hard to be like, well, is this stream worthwhile because nobody else is chatting, so it must not be very good, right? You get a negative kind of like bias if you don't have anybody talking to you and you're not talking to any chatters at all. So having any whatsoever is absolutely huge, and it sets you apart from the pack. And that's one of the great reasons that this strategy works really, really well in the beginning. That is just, and it's just validating. You almost never have a bad day where you stream and like you get no concurrence and no chat. There's always somebody there. So you never have one of those bad streaming days where everything just kind of sucks and it just doesn't work out. And it's like hugely demotivating. I know what that's like from streaming on Twitch for many, many years and not being successful. So that's been really, really good too. So
that's really cool. So this is the ultimate solution to having 0 viewers, is to stream on everything. I mean, you literally started from scratch basically, and you didn't have 0, which is great. You know, Spark is saying in chat that they get the most on YouTube chat. They get the most traction from Twitch. Secondly, on YouTube, and actually their Twitch viewers are they're actually pushing their Twitch viewers over to YouTube, which is interesting. So you hear us talking about all the time how you should build a YouTube audience. This is what I advise all my consulting clients to do. Build a YouTube audience and drive it over to Twitch. But you can push the traffic the other way. It's all about you, and it's all about your personality. It's all about the game you're playing and that moment in time. And are you able to capture people's attention on these various platforms? And if you're able to multi-stream to all of them, you never know. There could be some insane opportunity that gets unlocked. And like you're saying, you can capture a viewer on one platform and then they'll come follow you on the others. Your Mixer viewers, for example, that platform's gone. Now those viewers are coming over to others. D Live, we're streaming there. You never know. Who knows how many viewers we're going to get on D Live? Maybe we can become one of the top streams there. It doesn't really matter. All that we have to do is create an account on these platforms and then just hit toggle all, and we're streaming there, which is great. But okay, let's go back to Facebook gaming, because I know you guys did an algorithm episode recently, and one of those key statistics, speculatively speaking, is the returning viewer statistics. Supposedly the algorithm is prioritizing this heavily. Here are your returning viewer numbers, Perrin. Can you walk us through this and why this matters on Facebook gaming as you're trying to build a live streaming destination?
Yeah, so this is just a sense of when you post a piece of content on your page, how many people are coming back to watch your next piece of content. This is a good sense of like, and Facebook has said specifically that this is their best metric to gain a sense of how good your community is. So, and they said that this is actually their technical requirement for fan subscriptions, which this clued me and Ross and I into like, oh, this is obviously their algorithm metric then. And this increases everything. This increases your organic reach when you make a post, when you make a live stream, when you make a video post on your page, because the more returning viewers you have, the higher you're placed in the algorithm, and that allows you to place your content to more people. So the better this number, the better everything else, basically. And this number is super easy to increase. Like I said, all I'm doing was advertising for through plays on my live stream videos, and they're doing pretty decent as advertisements. I mean, they're considered low quality, but they perform above average. And even though they're 2 hours long, which is not the type of video content that Facebook viewers consume, it's working. And I was surprised. I was honestly extremely surprised by that. And ever since I started that advertising, my returning viewers have been like doubling almost week by week by week. So I don't expect it's going to take me very long to reach the 240 number. And in fact, I should reach it almost within 90 days or close to, I would imagine, which is also the minimum requirement. I think I just read that today. I have to double check on it, but I do think you need 90 days of streamed time to be able to be eligible for increased like monetization features like fan subs and things like that.
Makes sense. There's a comment here talking about and this is the main argument against multi-streaming I've heard. Twitch in particular wants you to be exclusive if you're affiliate with Twitch or you are partnered with Twitch, and you cannot multi-stream to other platforms, and there's a time gate on your content where you can't live stream elsewhere. And so this can be a major limitation for streamers. So what multi-streaming can do, and I'd love to get your opinion here, guys, is it can help you discover whichever platform you're going to get the most traction on. And if you do have one platform that is a massive breakout and is wildly successful in comparison to all the other platforms you're streaming on, then sure, you can consider going exclusive to that platform. But just keep in mind that you could be more successful streaming everywhere, and you can still make money without being partnered with these platforms and without getting in the affiliate programs of these platforms. Facebook doesn't require exclusivity to be a part of their Level Up program. YouTube doesn't require exclusivity to have things like super chats and channel memberships. And you can put a donate button below every stream, and you can put a Patreon link below every single stream, and you can sell merchandise to every single stream. So you can basically have 90% of the monetization that's available on all platforms without being exclusive to any platform. So I would be really careful in overvaluing something like Twitch partnership. Like, obviously Twitch subs are awesome, don't get me wrong, and some of the partnership benefits are good, but you might actually be making significantly less money in the long term by going exclusive with a platform. The only time I can say it's a no-brainer to go exclusive with a platform is if they offer you a substantial monthly retainer to be exclusive. So if you're at the point where a platform's willing to offer you a couple $1,000s per month minimum, and then you have a minimum live streaming commitment on that platform, then that monthly retainer could be worth it to you to supplement your income, where somebody's literally paying you a salary to stream on their platform. That can make sense. So I would be really careful in overvaluing things like Twitch partnership. It's not as valuable as you think. You might be able to make way more money not being a Twitch partner and just restreaming everywhere. Just keeping all the viewers you have on Twitch and just saying, look, I'm not a Twitch partner. I want to be independent. I want to, I'm going to stream everywhere, but you can support me by donating and, becoming my patron. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like you could be just as successful, if not more successful. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm technically a Twitch partner, and I don't really, it hasn't changed the game for me in any way whatsoever. Like, I don't really even care about the fact that I'm a partner, and I could potentially actually lose it for multi-streaming. I'm not sure. My contract is so old that maybe I won't.
I think you and I have the same old contract. We actually have non-exclusive partnership agreements with Twitch. We got partnered through a business deal. Through TGN, I believe. I'm pretty sure you got partnered through that deal, and we were one of the first 3,000 partners. And we had a custom deal that we cut with the CEO of Twitch when they were a small company. So we aren't actually exclusive. And
even if they did remove my partnership, it wouldn't really hurt me. I mean, the most beneficial thing there is just having the Twitch emojis, the sub icons and stuff like that. That's actually more valuable than the money that can be made. I can, as I ramp up concurrent viewership, make money, but like I said, Facebook far already generated way more revenue than Twitch did in the past 2 months of me starting back out. So I really hope that we see a bit of a shift here. You know, whenever you're getting offered affiliate, we don't need to just assign whatever agreement the Twitch is going to throw at you. If you have this type of leverage where you can just pick another platform and Twitch begins to know that, then you have a little bit of bargaining power and you can say, hey, I mean, I will sign that, but take out the exclusivity line. I'm not going to be exclusive as an affiliate. Maybe whenever we talk partnership, I'll think about it, but there's no reason in my mind that you should be signing an exclusive deal just to be an affiliate. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And if you guys have watched creators in the creator space right now, you need to diversify your revenue and your ability to gain it across multiple destinations, not put yourself pigeonholing into one exclusive affiliate deal with Twitch. That just, if you look at it from a business decision, it just doesn't seem like a good business decision, just in general. So
it's a terrible business decision. Hold on. If you can be independent and go be everywhere and be successful, or be one place and be like, it just doesn't make any sense. Look at Mixer shutting down. Look at YouTube changing the algorithm. Look at community issues on Twitch. Look at adpocalypse. Bad things are going to happen every year on every platform. Your channel could just be randomly banned forever, and you don't know why. You could be demonetized, and you don't know why. You could be DMCA taken down and not be able to get your channel back. Then what do you do, bro? What you do is you're screwed. But if you multi-stream, you have 6 other platforms you're good to go on. You're putting small bets in a lot of different areas, and it can help you. Now you have one more set of numbers here we need to review, and then we need to wrap this thing up. So I'm going to pull these numbers up. Is this like your overall restream stats across all platforms here? Sorry, my screen's black for a minute. It won't pull up the image. It won't pull up the image. Oh, well, I can't actually show it for no reason. Anyway,
it's okay.
Tell us what the numbers are.
Really quick. It's just a chart that shows over time my average concurrence ranging basically from 2 to 5. And Restream is a bit nice because they lump all of the data together for you in their platform on the analytical side. So you can get a glimpse of all of your audience across the board. The problem is it doesn't add Periscope in there. Mixer was out for like a month or 2, so I didn't have that data in there either. And so it's not 100% accurate, but I don't think those were due to Restream's fault other than the Periscope thing. I think that's an API issue with Twitter, and it was also an API issue with Mixer. So so it's just a kind of a global shot of how I was doing as an entire Restream strategy as a whole. And the strategy as a whole, I'm averaging anywhere from 2 to 5 concurrents 2 months in. So you guys decide if that's good or not compared to what would be happening if I were just doing a single platform.
I mean, the stories you hear from everybody are they get no viewers for a long time. Like the fact that you got some viewers instantly, to me, speaks to the fact that multi-streaming makes way more sense, at least in the initial stages when you're trying to grow. Just end of story. Like it just seems like it's completely superior. There's really no reason not to do it. You don't need to make your decision about which horse you're betting on before you even get in the race. That's my opinion. Ross, what are your thoughts here?
I think it's stupid to be exclusive, to be completely honest. I mean, listen, if somebody comes to me and offers me, hey, here's $2,000-$3,000 to stream exclusively, on our platform, depending on where you are in life, I can't say that I would turn that down. But at the same time, just exclusively streaming when you don't have that capability to have that exclusive offer. I mean, with Restream, like we're just looking at it right now, it makes no sense to not do it. It literally, you connect the accounts, and then when you want to go live on all of them, you hit one button. Like what? At this point, you were literally just hurting yourself by not doing it. It makes no sense to me that people are still going exclusive to one platform when you should at the very least, be dipping your toes into the water on the other platforms. And like AWOL said, if crap hits the fan here, and next thing you know, you're off Twitch or whatever platform it is, at least on the backups on your Facebook, on YouTube, whatever, you at least have some ground. You know, you're not literally starting from zero. So I mean, it's just, I don't know. I honestly find it pretty stupid to not, you know, multi-stream. Yep.
Is he muted?
I was muted. I was just razzing. I was just razzing the audience.
Good look at me.
I know that's a good look at you. I was just razzing the audience and saying, according to Ross A. Dillon, you are stupid if you're not multi-streaming.
Idiots.
Insulting our audience. Guys, that's our initial thoughts on multi-streaming. We are going to continue to experiment. I'm actually going to be firing up my own gaming live streams, multi-stream style here soon, and producing some tutorials on how to use the platform on my own YouTube channel, just to help people out. All you Mixer streamers, you gotta try this. Like, you don't get burned again like that. All right, we'll see you tomorrow in the next episode of the Digital Drop Podcast Live. Hope you guys are enjoying my new sick background, right? Got to brag on my new background. Thank you very much. Adios, guys. See you later.